and Dr. Griffin. I am Kotagiri Ramakrishnan Dilip. Today I am going to give a small presentation on why projects fail. Projects do fail because there are many causes for a project to get failed, and every failed project will have its own set of issues. Sometimes it is a single trigger event that leads to failure, but more often than not, it is a complex knotted set of problems that combine and cumulatively result in failure. Generally, these issues fall into two categories. Firstly, things the team did do. Secondly, things the team failed to do. But more often, there are many common mistakes that many projects or project managers do, which leads to or contribute to the failure of the projects. And I would address few of these common mistakes made by many project leaders or project teams. Uh, Firstly, I would discuss about the project. Project defines its vision and goals, but the document is put on shelf and never used as a guide for subsequent decision making. And moreover, the project manager lacks the interpersonal or organization skills to bring people together and make things happen. Not only that, failure to identify or engage the stakeholders is also a major problem. Lack of clear roles and responsibilities results in confusion, errors, and omissions. And choosing the right resources is often a big question mark, like selecting the first available person to fill a role rather than waiting for the person who is best qualified for that role. And failure to provide team with appropriate training in either the technology in use nor the process the team will be using or the business domain in which the system will function is also not addressed properly. Pushing a team that is already exhausted into doing even more overtime makes team lose their interest over their work, and adding more resources to an already late project causes additional strain on the leadership, which results in lower performance of the team. Project requirements are written based on the assumption that everything will work as planned, but things might not work as planned because the requirements to handle potential problems are more challenging situations that might occur and never considered. Failure to address excessive scope volatility or controlled scope creep may lead to projects fail. Those who will actually perform the work are excluded from the estimating process, which is a major drawback. The assumptions used for estimating are never documented, discussed, or validated, which is a setback in assumptions. Planning is seen as the project manager's sole responsibility rather than team activity, where ownership is lacking and projects do fail when we when we don't have the ownership of the project. Unclear roles and responsibilities lead to confusions and gaps. And finally, the risk management is seen as an independent activity rather than integral part of the planning process. If proper care is taken to address these common mistakes made by many projects, then they can be more successful projects than getting failed in the middle or in some part of the project tenure. So I thank all my colleagues and Dr. Griffin for giving me an opportunity to present my article on why projects fail. I thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I take leave. Thank you.